This song is called Burial. Um, and this like came about. I actually wrote this in like 2 days, which is like the fastest song I've ever written in my whole entire life. um, and it came out of me thinking about um, like if like imagining this scenario was just like if I had died and stuff like that, like a funeral and stuff like that, and like what that would look like, and then I don't know, just thinking about like what like 16-year-old me would do and think when I had a very bad depressive episode. Um, so yeah, that's that. So here we go. Oh, take me, river, consume me whole, inside me, reeling behind my skull, to my back and count to 10, turn me to a monster again, again. Bury my child by breathing, let all the birthing weeping be dead. Let the weight of water hold me down. My body lost, never found. Should I leave it all behind? 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 Funeral plays in my head. Like dogs to playing dead. You're my infant, you cry. Leave without ever saying goodbye. That was burial. um,
Woo!
thanks. Thank you. Um, oh, Kara's here. Yay! Thank you. Hey, Kara. So yeah, I have to tune down. I made this the most complicated thing. As someone who hasn't been playing guitar since they were like 9 or 14 or 16 or 17 or whatever, I haven't been playing guitar for very long. This is actually, I not really, this is my guitar now, but it was actually my dearest friend Basha Kurlander's guitar. One day I was having a very bad day, and she gave me this guitar.
Well, we all need more friends like that, am I right,
Well, no,
folks?
she also bought a new guitar, and like she always kept on saying, just like, because I always told her it was like, oh, I was a sophomore in college, so I've only been playing guitar for like, well, at least like seriously for like a year. um, and she just gave me it, and here I am still playing it. Um, it's a very lovely guitar. I've written almost every single song on this guitar. The good ones and the bad ones.
What's the next song?
I am still tuning, but this one is called Miss Pessimist. That title is very much due to my mother, who would always call me a pessimist. Um, I'm still very much a. I try my best. Going to therapy, I try my best to be as positive as possible, but like kind of hard. um, and so what you call it? My mom calls me a pessimist, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. What if we think about like, because I also love Cole, um, and I love Courtney Love, as a musician. I don't know about a person, but motherfucker. Okay. Um, I'm not really good at tuning and talking at the same time.
Do you want me to talk? Do
Um,
you want me to tune?
no, I got it. Okay. I think that's good. Fuck. Okay. That still kind of sound out. That is very out.
So, I like to think of us like a Billy and like Phineas kind of team, you know? Like Billy comes in and is like, Phineas, I got this tune, and I'm like Phineas being like, all right, Billie Eilish, I am your brother.
I really can't believe you made that sort of comparison. That's disgusting.
Let's make this into a hit. And then we put a sick beat behind it. She whispers the entire time. I don't hear a single word.
So yeah, so this one is what is it? It's called Miss Pessimist because I always thought of just like how much people did not want to support me in my endeavors. This band is very much about vengeance. Um, but yeah, and just like people always want to see me fail. Um, particularly some particular people. And that shit gets to my head. And I'm a Taurus, and so I hold grudges. Um, Not proud of it, but I do. And so yeah, this kind of came out of just like, well, imagine if I was called like, if I was like the epitome of just like pessimist and was just like crowned Miss Pessimist. So that's that. Be a little louder. Okay.
One, two, one, two, 3, 4.
Pessimist. My guitar was pretty quiet. That was supposed to be like supposed to go hard.
I thought you were good.
Really? I thought it was pretty quiet. But yeah. So that was Miss Pessimist. Next song. Oh, I just remembered the thing that I was trying to say before. Oh, so I haven't been playing guitar for very long, and so I've just been playing like open tunings and then standard. Um, and then sometimes I just like I write like one song in open D, the next one in open C, and then the other one sometimes in standard if I'm feeling like frisky and I want to learn something. um, but yeah, so anyway, so so in standard I only just really like just do capo on or capo off, or like I move it around. Yeah, but I don't know if you need to know that. Okay, anyway. Okay. I should stand.
What's this one called?
This one's called Shrink. I'm trying to remember. Okay.
Words.
I have it. Oh, that's another thing too. So this one was actually on my Bandcamp. I had it up like about a year ago. It's pretty much different from what is it? It's original conception, whatever. And so yeah, I rewrote a lot of the lyrics, or like I moved them around and shit, and so I have to look at my phone, and that's okay. Okay, so this one's called Shrink. Oh, wait, let me start over. Sorry, my bad. was Shrink. Um, Yay, thank you. Who's that at the top?
Well, at the top?
Yeah.
In the center?
No.
The
It
left
doesn't.
or the right?
Top. I can't see. Okay, it doesn't matter.
It's John, us, Athena.
Oh, okay. And then the last song. Oh, I'm acting brand new today. It's because I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next song's called Burn. And this one is an aggressively sad song. If you thought the rest of the songs are sad, this one's aggressively sad. My band is aggressively sad. So yeah, crank that shit up. I kept on telling myself, I was just like, this is gonna be a family show. Like some of my I don't even know if some of my family is actually here. I can't see. But I was like, I'm not gonna cuss. I'm not gonna like say anything dumb. Here we are. I'm still doing that. There's nothing really stopping me ever, and I'm sure that my family knows that. I'm gonna sit for this one. Wait, let me beep beep.
Anything else you wanna
Say, follow again my band account. Oh shit.
That's me. Don't worry.
Follow my band account. Sana Sana Band. I have a single coming out in June. And thank you to 8 Ball, thank you to Sari, and what else? Yeah, just thank you everyone for coming in and watching my wheel songs.
And music is coming out this summer.
Yeah. Oh, and there's more music that's gonna be coming out this summer. I do have a single coming out in June, but in August, hopefully, I'll be releasing more songs. Some of which have been played today. I don't need my pick. Okay, so yeah, so this one's called Burn. I also have like bad acid reflux today, so indigestion. Anyway.
Indigestion.
Alright. Let me print that up. Okay. So this is Burn.
When was the last time you cleaned your window?
Osborne. Thank you. I'm not. Why am I taking this off? Thank you. Um, so yeah, so that was some of my badass music. Um, Thank you again to A-Ball, to Sorry. Thank you everyone for coming in.
Encore.
Encore. That was Alex that just screamed encore. That's crazy.
Sounded like Darth Vader.
That sounded like that. Bruh. Oh my god. Okay, I need to take off my headphones for like a second. Okay.
Just checking about time too.
Yeah. How are we doing on time? Sorry. Or
Uh,
Sadie?
I think like you could go for another 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, that's smooth.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we
Cool.
started at like 1:38 or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Okay.
Do you want me
So.
to move stuff? Do you want to sit there?
Yeah.
Move it up to the chair.
Folding chair. So this is where I get to put my thinking cap on. I'm going to be reading some poems from my thesis. I'm a 2020 grad. And I feel type of way about it, but whatever. um,
We're gonna move the mic real quick, folks. So it's
oh,
gonna be a little bit of a sound, maybe.
okay. Let me bloop. Okay.
Alright,
Alright, yeah,
perfect.
that sounds good. This is like the most official thesis rating. um, but yeah, so I'm gonna be reading some poems from my thesis slash book called "In Absence of," and explores what intergenerational. No, it's not okay. No, it's not intergenerational trauma. I still haven't like worked on my elevator pitch for this, so excuse me. But yeah, so it's about being first gen, growing up first gen. And for those who don't know what first gen means, it's just like first generation. So my parents, my mom's Colombian and my dad's Ecuadorian, so they like moved over to America, thus creating me as a first gen because I was born here. But there's a complication with me being born here because some people think that I was actually not born here because of the way that I looked and the language that I spoke. Because my parents were always working. When I was a kid, my grandma had to primarily like raise me. So in order for me to communicate, grandma, I need food. I need to talk in Spanish, and so my first language is Spanish. Um, though my dominant language is now English. And so I talk about um, growing up here, U.S. born, and only having Spanish as the language, my dominant language growing up, and going to school, and moving up eventually, moving out from Hialeah, which is like a highly immigrant city, to um, what is it, Miramar, Pembroke Pines, which was like a white middle class area at the time. Mostly everybody spoke English, and so I was like the odd one out. I still am the odd one out in most scenarios. But yeah, and so it's broken up into two parts, and so the first part is about my experience in kindergarten with the education system around Bush's presidential term, where he had no child left behind, which consequently, like, I was left behind because I only knew English. So yeah, and then the second part is about like body image and like what that means within like Latinidad and kind of how that concept is garbage. Not Latinidad, but the concept of body image and just how it like perpetuates like really bad things later on in adulthood. So should I share my screen? Cause does the audience want me to share my screen?
What's on your screen?
It's like so I am a visual poet, and so a lot of my stuff is shapes.
Okay, yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay. So here I am Oh, I can't share my screen because the host.
Hold on, I'll fix that.
Cool.
You're a co-host now.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, so Google Chrome. Okay, so wow, you get to see my whole screen now, and my many tabs. Um, so yeah, here I go. This is from the first part. The performance of being is a birthing act of a name as embodiment through a mirror, writing my name down, then looking up at a mirror is my reflection saying, Katiksa, I am Katiksa. Walking into the classroom filled with confused eyes, looking at my body, walking towards Miss, saying, Hi, Katiksa, is left colonized. Body in translation is lost in the English language. A form of discrimination is the mutilation of my name, Americanizing myself for the lack of a tamed tongue, sitting duck, waiting for my name to be called Katiksa. Hearing the patterns of here is the question of existing as Katiksa, pretending that is correct. So yeah, so that's like me realizing that I my teacher, so my kindergarten teacher was an extreme racist lady. She did some, which I explore in my thesis. She did a lot of like racist things towards me. I was like closed into a classroom by myself while everybody was out in recess and like whatever. And so my name technically like is Katiksa. That's how it's pronounced, but my teacher in kindergarten is the one that gave me like the English version. I didn't know until I was writing this. That's when I realized that that's what happened. That Katiksa is not my like what my mother gave me. It's like what my kindergarten teacher gave me, and so like I talked about how like she westernized me, I guess. So next one. On the alphabet carpet, waiting to hear my name called as the awards are being passed out on the last day of school. I'm sitting front and center, so Miss can see my chubby cheek smile on her face, not yet saying, I'm so proud of you, did it. To everyone but me, has been 5 minutes into the ceremony without my name being called. The kid on the left me 5 times already, the girl on the right side of me 4 times. I ask myself, where is my award? Maybe it will be the next one, 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 never coming, never ending, playing of the kid beside me, singing, ha ha, I pass, you didn't, I pass, you didn't, understand what it meant to not pass. Was this passing of silence between Miss and the kid's eyes to teach me my insignificance of my existence being uncelebrated is like taking candy from my child tongue. Um, so yeah, I also should mention that this is like my thesis also was like a function of memoir, so that's why it's kind of like it's trying to also like call upon memory and then fragment memory. Da da da. Oh, oopsies. Okay, so this one's called Godlike, and this one's just talking about the pressure of just being like first gen and like what perpetuates that pressure, I guess. Godlike, in an unmothered land, returning religiously to hymns, we return to hell. The restlessness of feet taught us nothing but submission, drowning us all, becoming progression into erasure and disobedience, trying to undo a familiar failure of my hand, silently muttering, I'm not allowed to have, of untamed hands, of a torn apart earth, cries into stained glass, pounding fists into salvation, to a permanent brokenness, and la ciudad que progresa, I sing in bitten tongues, a request for change in unison, listen to the folding, to want something. In an unmothered land of untamed hands, returning religiously to hymns of a torn apart earth, we return to Padre Nuestros, cries into stained glass, held a restlessness of feet, pounding fists into salvation, taught us nothing but submission, to a permanent brokenness, drowning us all. La ciudad que progresa, becoming progression into erasure. I sing in bitten tongues, in disobedience, a request for change. Mija, do not fail us. In unison, trying to undo a familiar failure. Listen to the folding, of my hands silently muttering, to want something I am not allowed to have. Padre nuestro, mija, do not fail us. So yeah, so that was from like the first part. This is more from the second part of my thesis.